Sometimes things go very differently than the way you expected them to, and that's how things are going for the Atlanta Braves, who, by the way, if you listen to the reports, Jurickson Profar probably going to be hitting in the 2-hole for them this season if he were on the roster, but he'll be suspended for the entire 162 games, thanks to, for the second time now, being popped for PEDs. And I mentioned before the break an unbelievable statistic. This is insane. With him testing positive and being suspended now, he is going to have been suspended for 242 of his possible 324 games since signing with the Atlanta Braves.
Now, how do we get to that?
That's disgusting.
It really is, and how we got to that number, Pat, that 242 you mentioned. 80 games, for those that don't know, 80 games is a suspension for a first offense when it comes to PEDs.
Why not 81? Make it half a year, just like the other ones the whole year.
Interesting question. 162 games for a second offense, and then the third offense, lifetime ban. So if Jurickson Profar were to do this again when he comes back, lifetime ban. And
be an all-time moron to get caught for the third time.
Pat, getting caught for the second time, you're an all-time moron.
True.
We talk about PEDs as being cheating, right? You are cheating if you use performance-enhancing drugs. When it comes to cheating, different scandals, not PEDs, but let's talk about Pete Rose. It was immediate. The ban was immediate. And I'm not going to go that far when it comes to PEDs. I don't mind.
Thank you.
I don't mind.
It's a very slippery slope because of so many things that have stuff in them, and I really do believe that guys have been popped on accident before.
And that's why one suspension the first time, the first offense, 80 games. Fine. Second offense, don't tell me that you put the wrong thing and you put something that's supposed to go in women for pregnancy and fertility treatments, and that got in your body, and that was an accident for the second time. You're out of baseball.
Sometimes you want to have a baby.
Yeah, sometimes Jurickson Profar wants to have a baby.
Don't you tell him he can't. Not in 2026.
Human chorionic gonadotropin. That's what he was putting in it. That's what he got popped for last year.
What, you've never taken that?
No, I haven't. It can increase testosterone levels for men. For women, it is a pregnancy hormone. There's no excuse for I get it. Sometimes, Pat, you want to say something slipped into the bottle, you didn't know about it, fine. If it happens twice, that is not a coincidence. That's not a mistake. That's not an accident. You were cheating. And if you're trying to cheat baseball twice, you got away with it. You didn't. You got caught once, and then that wasn't enough for you to learn your lesson. You should be banned from baseball entirely for a second offense. 1 year is not enough.
By the way, if you look at his numbers, there's a significant increase in power late in his career.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I don't know. Some guys get stronger. Some guys usually decline as they get older, but not Jurickson. Like right before he got his good deal with Atlanta, career high 24 home runs.
Yeah. And if you think about before that, I mean, he had been in the league for a little while.
Yeah.
7 home runs, 4 home runs, 15 home runs in almost a full season.
20 twice, but it was way back in 18 and 19. And then since then, it's been, except for the 15, and the 15 was the one high, to your point. But also, I saw something about that. Like, if you look at his contract, it was like a couple $1 million, $2.5–3 million. And then all of a sudden, boom, 24 home runs.
That's why they do this.
And then he gets paid.
And that's why they do this. And he's a different, he's more than just a power hitter. That's not even his, he's a guy he's a good baseball player. Profar is a very good baseball player.
Yeah.
He's ruining his career. And in my opinion, it should be done. You cheat twice, you're done. You cheat once, fine. I mean, not fine, but you're going to get a slap on the wrist. You cheat twice, you're out.
So the Rays, a lot of people gave the Rays slack for the bad offseason or lack of offseason that they had. I'm just curious. I saw this tweet yesterday, and I wanted to run it by you guys. I don't know that a franchise has ever had a worse offseason than the Atlanta Braves have. You kick it off with Spencer Strider, whose fastball is just dropping off the face of the earth. So he's been hurt. He's getting back. Spencer Schwellenbach is out. He had Tommy John surgery. A.J. Smith-Sharver, out, Tommy John recovery. Hurston Waldrop, out, elbow surgery. Sean Murphy, out because he's got the hips of a 90-year-old. Ha-Sung Kim, out with a torn finger tendon, and now you have Jurickson Profar, who is out the entire season for sticking a needle in his butt. Maybe the worst offseason you could ever put together.
Can you confirm that it was needle to the tuchus that did him in? Or was it like a pill form?
We're speculating.
Got it.
No, doctor, I didn't know it was in the cream. No, it was supposed to be copper.
Was it hold on, though. Was it the cream or the clear? You got to know. Was it the cream or the clear?
He thought it was copper tone, apparently.
Wasn't that the thing back in the day, the cream and the clear? Like, it was like there was two different things. And
I don't know, but things are going to get really weird if we find out Profar's pregnant.
I hope he is.
Are we all rooting for it?
I'm
rooting for pregnancy
100%.
for Profar. Hey, don't worry, you get maternity leave because you're suspended.
So it was during the Balco investigation. The cream was testosterone, and the clear was a synthetic anabolic steroid designed to be undetectable by tests.
Yeah, that's why we had such a pandemic or epidemic, I should say, in the 90s with the baseball players walking in going, let me get the cream. Give me the cream.
No, they wanted the clear.
They wanted the clear.
You gotta have the clear.
I watched a YouTube documentary the other night. It was the doctor who actually invented the clear. It wasn't made for baseball players. It was actually originally invented for Olympic sprinters. And I want to say it was in the 96 Olympics when it all went down. But all of these runners would come in and essentially shoot a needle in their butt of the clear.
German doctor?
American guy.
American guy. Why did I first?
You just have a thing for the
what's it about the Germans, Aaron?
You know what?
Aaron?
I walked right into that one. I should have said any other Italian guy, right? I walked right
Don't
into
you do that to the Italians?
Better than me just going right after the German. You got to forgive at some point.
Let me tell you about the Italians, all right? We'll get you the stuff. We ain't shooting it in you.
Yeah.
I almost said something that probably would have sounded way too weird, and I couldn't say it all. But we're not injecting you.
And you'll charge us a ton, and you'll tell us you better not tell anyone where you got it from, or you'll sleep with the fishes.
Listen. That's what the family has to do.
And say cream. I want the clear, and they say we got the cream, and that's all you're gonna get.
I think
you're gonna be happy.
I think because of his age, like obviously the suspension is not going to end Jurickson Profar's career, but
I would be scared to take him.
Given his age and what he's now been suspended for twice, like, why would you give that guy any money? Unless you're a team like the Rays that hates to spend and you can get him at a low value, a high low risk, high reward kind of contract.
What do you do?
Might just be worth it.
If he comes back, what do you do with a guy like that? Like, how do you monitor, You've had guys in the league that have been addicted to drugs, and there's ways to make sure you're trying to keep them in the best situation possible. How do you monitor a guy? Do you check his locker? Like, how do you make sure he doesn't have the clear or the cream? Or
honestly, why do you care? Just like, you know what? You're on the roster. We're not going to count on you. We can't count on you to be a big part of the organization. If you get popped again, you're gone. You're gone. See you later. We got to, the contract's already there. Like, I'm not going to spend a lot of time, resources, energy, or concern on a guy like Jurickson Profar moving forward. If you're there, you can contribute for us, great. But otherwise, I'm not going out of my way to make sure you're not shooting the needle.
Otherwise, enjoy your newborn baby.
Listen, newborn babies are cute. And Jurickson Profar, if he wants one, the guy deserves one.
2026. Right? Take it. Well, don't take it. Have it.
Do not take it.
Don't take it. Don't take it.
All right.